So this is going to be a brief algebra review, okay? And what we're going to be looking at is a system of equations. And in statics, a lot of times in statics, we can have 2 or 3 unknowns, depending on whether we're in 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions. So it's very important that we know how to solve a solution of a system of equations because we will be doing that a lot. Now in strength, and for those of you in my dynamics class, we usually just work in 2D, so we're just 2 unknowns, okay? 2 unknowns. So let's just get something set up. So if I have 2 equations, let's just say we have 2x plus 4y equals 8. And let's just make the other one 6x minus 2y equals 16. These are both written in x and y on the same side and the unknown quantity on the right side. And what we're truly finding is if we look at this, we have x, y, x, y. These are both lines, straight lines, a linear equation. And if I want to rewrite these, I could write these in that typical y equals mx plus b, where we have slope and we have the y-intercept. So if I have 2x plus 4y equals 8, then I'm going to get 4y equals 8 minus 2x because I'm adding a negative 2x to both sides, okay? I need to isolate that y by itself, so we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, okay? So I get y equals 2 minus 1/2 x. And really, let's just go ahead and write this in the correct form of y equals mx plus b. So again, this is my slope. It's going to be going negative rise over run. 2 is my y-intercept. So if I were to graph this, for instance, where x is 0, y equals 2, okay? And if I wanted to put x equals 2 in here, so where x equals 2, 2 times negative 1/2 is negative 1. Okay, so y would be 1. So 1, 2, 1. And we can see that we are moving this way, which makes sense. Negative m, this would be a positive m, okay? And if I wanted to find where I crossed the x-axis, then I can set y equals to 0 and backsolve for x, okay? So if I did the same thing with this equation, we would end up with a line, and the solution to our equation, that x and that y, would be where our 2 lines crossed, okay? That's what we're trying to find, is where do these 2 lines cross? So we are going to start with equation 1 and sub it into equation 2 to kind of get rid of a variable. So equation 1, 2x plus 4y equals 8. And I've already rewritten that over here into the slope-intercept form. So I'm going to call this y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Okay, we are going to substitute this into equation 2. 6x minus 2y equals 16. Well, I can take all of this, plug it in here, and I will end up with just one variable. One equation, one variable I can do quite easily. 6x minus 2 times, and I have negative 1/2 x plus 2 equals 16. So I'm going to have 6x minus, well, a negative times a negative is a positive. 2 over 2 is 1, so we're going to have plus x. Now I have negative 2 times 2 minus 4 equals 16. 7x equals, combine these, I'm going to add a 4 to both sides to get rid of it here, and I have 20. X equals 20 over 7. And let's just go ahead and make that a decimal. So we get 2.857. Okay, so now to find, how do I find y? We are going to plug this back into equation 1. because you guys can see it's already written in terms of y. Y equals -1/2 x plus 2. So I have -1/2 times 2.857 plus 2. And let's get our calculator out. So I have 2.857 times a -0.5, add it to a 2, and I get 0.571. Okay, so this is what I get for my solution. I'm sorry I'm having pencil trouble. That's par for the course. Okay, so here's the big deal with statics and with strengths. We are looking at equilibrium in statics and strengths, and the sum of all of our forces equals 0. We don't have motion. We will be having to find using a system of equations to find solution a lot. And in this class, you should never, ever have a wrong answer. Because how can I make sure that these are indeed the correct answer? Okay, I can go back to equation 1 where I have 2x plus 4y equals 8. And I can sub these in. 2 times 2.857 plus 4 times 0.571, and that should equal 8. 2 enter 2.857 times, 4 enter 0.571 times, plus, and I get 7.998 equals 8. That is close enough, okay? I can do the same thing here. 6x minus 2y equals 16. 6 times 2.857 minus 2 times, okay, 0.571 equals 16. So I have 6 enter 2.857 times. I have 2 enter 0.571 times. Subtract them, and I get 16 equals 16. So I have checked both equations, and I came up with true answers both times. 8 equals 8 and 16 equals 16. So I am 100% confident that 2x plus 4y equals 8, 6x minus 2y equals 16 would have a crossing point of 2.857, 0.571. Okay, that's how you do a system of equations. You guys just need to slow down with your algebra and walk it through a step at a time.